Tajjeb, preparati ovvjament għal dak kollu li sa jiġri f'dan il-weekend hemm ħafna tliela, ħafna nies qed jistaqsuni fiex kien sa jsuqu top fuel, fiex kien ħajsuq hekk, fiex huwa impossibbli li tipprevedi fiex.
Ħalaħin ma nistax ngħidlek 100% sintendi jistgħu jinqalgħu ħafna affarijiet, però jekk jitlu fuq il-Facebook tagħna Malta Drag Racing Hal Far, hemm running order kif ħansuqu bħala klassijiet. U jkollhom idea aħna ħnibdew fid-9 ta' filgħodu, dik hija running order tas-sib tal-qualifications. Ħnibdew fis-sija fid-9 ta' filgħodu. U jista' jimxi step by step u jkun jaf ieħor fejn.
Xaġa innovattiva u importanti li nfakru wkoll issa li ġiet ukoll fil-press release ovvjament huwa il-live streaming xi ħaġa li
Konna jena qegħdin naħdmu għal dal-aħħar xhur kemm fuq di kemm anke fuq il-live streaming. Nixtieq nirringrazzja ħafna l-Adrian Figallo tal-għajnuna ħafna li tagħna li ma kienx żgur ma konniex naslu. Fl-aħħar iva għandna live streaming, konna jenna l-ewwel nieħda da live streaming il-membri tagħna. Żammejn ħaraq xejn kwieta, ma rridniex nkunu ċerti x'kollna xi problemi anke biha sal-aħħar. Issa hija uffiċjali ma jistax jattendi ħajkun jista' jarana fuq link li diġà qiegħda upload fuq Malta Drag Racing Hal Far.
Daqshekk qiegħda wkoll fuq il-Facebook page tiegħi min ovvjament għadu qatt ma daħal fil-page ta' Facebook ta' Malta Drag Racing huwa importanti li jidħol. Imma min jidħol f'tiegħi wkoll hemm tal-Jack Stream fejn taraw Jack Stream hemmhekk ovvjament hija l-link li intkom tistgħu tużaw qiegħda uploadjata fuq tiegħi wkoll jien ħankun parti mit-tim li nkun qegħdin ukoll nistreamjaw flimkien ma' George, flimkien ma' Justin irridhom grazzi wkoll Justin ħafna nies qed jagħtu il-ħin tagħhom ovvjament ħankunu qegħdin nistreamjaw il-jumej kollha minn flok disa fil-għaxija, jiġifieri jekk intkom għandkom xi naf li ġejjin Hal Far, l-streaming u tarawhom fuq hija l-aħħar ħaġa meta inti ma tistax tmur. Ovvjament jew hemmhekk ħalli tħossu
l-anta di huwa li nagħmlu riklam barra minn Malta.
Eżatt, għandkom ħbibhom barra minn
ser ikun b'xejn ta' min wieħed jgħid għax dawn l-aħħar il-live streaming tal-FIA Championship kien bil-flus, ser ikun b'xejn, ser ikun ukoll b'3 kameras li nixtieq nirringrazzja anke lill-Smash Television u Smash Radio tal-għajnuna li qed jagħti f'din l-avventura li żammu dal-weekend.
Ringrazzja d-direttur minn naħa tiegħi li anke kontribwejna b'kameras eċċetra affarijiet u bil-ħin tiegħi ovvjament li se nkun hemmhekk ukoll il-ġurnata kollha ovvjament ma' dawn il-ħbieb tagħna. Ħanaqdu join forces. Ħafna qegħdin jgħidu iktar ma naqdu flimkien iktar naqdu prodott aħjar. U aħna anke mill-medja hekk qegħdin nagħmlu wkoll.
Illum il-ġurnata, illum ġejt hawnhekk biex speċjali wettaq weda li kont għamilt miegħek. Meta darba tempillek fuq it-telefon u għatlek isma' hemm ċans li nġibu xi karozzi jew xi għatlek min jiġi minn barra ħanġibulek fl-istudju. Sejjed Mario.
Grazzi ħafna u jien ringrazzjak. Mela nibdew nitkellmu mal-ewwel ħabib tagħna qatt li jismu Gary?
Yep.
Hi Gary, welcome to Malta, welcome to sunny Malta. Yep. We keep our fingers crossed. We're going to have a warm weekend, hopefully a sunny weekend. We don't want rain, but rain is something you're used to in your country, isn't it?
Absolutely, especially up in northern England where I come from, it rains most of the time.
And it rains when you're doing an event and it stops you a lot. Isn't it frustrating having to wait?
This year has been the worst we've had on record.
Yes.
We've had about 2 meetings out of the 7 where we've actually finished the eliminations.
That's right.
And
That's right.
It's not good.
Santa Pod, you were there at Santa Pod this time.
Santa Pod and Avon Park.
Was crazy, wasn't it?
Yep.
At least it was good at the end. The last in September it wasn't too bad.
September was probably the best month we had.
The only one.
Yeah, the only one. Yes.
The only month you could have. The rest was rain. You race? What do you race?
Super Street bike.
Super Street bike.
Suzuki Hayabusa.
Going up against our Simon.
I thought we were, but Simon's got another rider.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Simon's got the American rider, Rodney Williford, who's the quickest person on a super street bike in the world. He's gone 691, I think.
Wow. So you're going against Simon's bike?
We're going against Simon's bike with Rodney Williford, the American USA rider.
That was a surprise for us as well, you know.
Yeah, I think Simon's going to ride it at some point over the weekend, so we'd be good to race Simon.
We'll make him ride it.
It'd be good to race him on his own track because we've raced Simon before in Santa Pod.
Okay,
so
okay.
we'll return the favour over here now. And
So, how's the feeling to be here? We were always over there. How's the feeling to be here at last?
words can't describe it. It's, you know, the hospitality we've had off the Maltese people has been absolutely brilliant. And, you know,
So let us start, believe me.
Simon's pulled out all the stops to get us here, and we're overwhelmed by it all, really.
Right.
Everyone, you know, I can't thank the Maltese people
So
enough
happy
for-
to hear this, you know.
Yeah.
Because we're adversaries on the track. On the track, you know, we're there to win.
Yeah.
But off the track, obviously, we help our adversary to get there.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to race against half a racer. We want to race against, you know, the full power of the opponent. So if we win with pride. Or if we lose with pride. Just the same. And we celebrate with the winner or the loser.
Yeah.
You know how it is in motorsport.
We can't say enough as to how pleased we are to be here, but once we get on that track, the gloves is off and we'll be going for it. There'll be no favours.
Obviously.
There'll be no favours on the track.
Obviously, that's the fun of it. That's why we're there for. That's why we spend all that money, and
Yeah,
you know.
and we've worked tirelessly at home. We've been rebuilding engines.
So
as we've
what's
come
your super street? What's your mod? What's your
It's a
bike?
Suzuki Hayabusa Turbo,
okay,
more or less the same as Simon's, but a bit
Alright.
different spec.
All right,
Certain things on mine that's a bit different to Simon's, but
Alright.
more or less the same.
Alright.
We had it on a rolling road, so as it was set up as perfect as we could get it before we come over here last weekend, and
Alright.
it makes 620 horsepower. Wow! So,
what's your personal best?
746.
746. Your winnings?
Sorry?
Your winnings and your events?
I've won 2 Super Street Bike rounds in the last 2 years, I think. 3
Alright.
years maybe. I've won two rounds and been runner-up and got to the last 4 and generally in there.
All right.
Generally in there.
Great
Not,
stuff.
I'm not the absolute fastest in Europe, but
Doesn't
I'm
matter. You're
up there with
here,
them. Yeah.
and we're happy to have you here.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for being here, and you know you're definitely gonna, with all the others, you're gonna give us a great show, definitely.
Well, that's the plan.
Okay.
I will say again, thank you very much.
And you're gonna have fun.
Yep.
That's the most important. All right.
you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. And we go to.
Thomas Granitzer from Germany.
All right, you're from Germany. All right,
Yes.
you're on Super Street as well.
Yes.
All right. Tell us a bit about you, about your bike. How long have you been racing?
I've been racing. Next year we go to our 10th anniversary.
All right.
We race since 2003,
Okay.
and it really goes forward since we go to England
Okay.
regular, because they are the fastest racers in super street bike
In England,
in Europe.
in Europe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how I don't know. Sorry for my English.
No,
but
no, no. It's perfectly understandable. Thanks a lot.
We help each other, you know.
Yeah.
It's a great class, and
That's
all,
what.
over, all over, not only in England, all over Europe.
That's what we were talking about. You know,
Yeah.
helping each other off the track to get there. Because on the track,
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly.
they're the opponents on the
Yeah.
track, but off the track, it's beautiful, isn't it?
And I can only second that what Gary said. We feel so welcome here.
Simon said, you know, when he was in Germany,
Yeah.
you know, when he's in England, he always has so much help to
Yeah.
get there to race, you know,
Yeah.
even if he has problems. They're all over each other to help him, you know, which is beautiful, isn't it?
I think you can't find another class
Yeah,
where we have such a great camaraderie
all right,
like in Super Street Bike.
great.
It's
What's your bike?
it's also a Hayabusa
Okay.
turbo.
Hayabusas are the most maybe looked for
They're
in Super Street, yeah?
That's the popular.
The ultimate.
Yeah,
Okay.
you find everything for it regular. You know, it's almost.
Can you have it a bit closer? That's
Yes.
better. Okay.
It's the must-have.
The must-have bike.
Kawasaki's are a bit catching up now with the 1400.
It's very easy to
the
mod the bike, to modify the bike and everything. It's very easy.
It's easier
and it's
than
easier
another
than
one.
other bikes, and
Exactly,
and
exactly.
there's more on the market for these bikes. And
Yes.
obviously, a lot is custom made as well, which everybody has his secrets.
Yeah,
Obviously,
exactly.
to run faster and you know the setups. Everybody has his own setup. Yeah. How many setups do you have?
That's the most important.
You have
the setup of
many
the bike
different setups.
and
You need a different
chassis.
setup here to what you race, maybe, because it's not so cool here, isn't it?
I don't think we have to change
Much.
too much because we walked the track this morning.
You tried the track. I saw you walking on the
Yeah.
track. What do you think of it?
I'm not the track specialist, but my brother is a bit better than me, and he said it's awesome.
Good.
It's great.
Lee Child has been working since Monday in the truck, up and down. And I said to Jason this morning, does this guy get dizzy or what? I mean, he's going up and down and up and down. He wants it perfect,
Because we thought about taking power out from the last center pod meeting, but
Yes,
I think
yes.
we don't need to have.
Okay.
We need to take too much out.
You've been to Malta before?
Never.
Never. What do you think of the weather here? It's a bit cloudy, but
It's
it's good to run, isn't
It's
it?
great. It's great here.
Hope it stays good. We like this,
The
everybody.
Maltese people, especially Simon, made us so welcome,
Okay.
and we feel very, very well.
That's very, very good. I'm very glad to hear these things, because it's a good. How do you say, advert for us as well? I mean, we want our sport to get bigger, and this is showing hospitality, and you saying that it's good. It's good for us.
You deserve it, really.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Okay.
Everything.
Right. So, you think you're set up for the weekend?
Yes.
You're gonna win.
Yeah. We also swapped the engine.
You're gonna win.
I try always. If you don't want to win, I think you should not go to the race.
You wouldn't be there, would you?
Exactly.
Of course, in our sport, you go to win, but you go in as well with a smile, with a happy heart. Otherwise,
I said before we come here, anything is just on top this year because we won the last meeting in England, and everything is just on top. So everything what happens now, and when because we heard it only on Tuesday that Rodney Williford is coming.
Okay.
It's just
you didn't know.
It's just getting better and better and better and better.
All right. Maybe
fantastic.
We could have more of these meetings in future, Jason?
Yeah.
Jason says that with a big smile because you don't know what a big dream this has been for us all, since a long time. And I've always talked about Jason, Top Fuels, and when we talk about Top Fuels, because especially Top Fuels, it's always, but they're here now at last. They're
Fantastic.
here. We'll see how it goes on and hope it gets better. Thank you very much for your input. Jason, we do everything live here, if we could just call the other two guys and would swap over. Thank you. Jason, sa' kem għedin jibidlu dawn il-bib tagħna, hawnhekk ovvjament inti nkomplu ngħidu ġiex kelmiet fuq il-trakka qiegħda tajba kif qegħdin jgħidulna dawn il-ħbieb tagħna u vera.
Fimni, it-trakka kif għatel kena ritni minn fuq il-telefon Mario, jenna l-bdejna mit-tnejn, bdejna 3 tim qabel is-soltu, is-soltu kulħadd jaf kif kienet qiegħda tkun kemm kienet tkun ta' livell li ħafna, kien darba ħad tkun ta' livell sintendi illi tkun ta' livell ħafna iktar, peress li sena hosti għawel daw l-sħabna hawnhekk ta' Top Fuels.
Speċjalment aħjar.
Speċjalment kollha ħanużaw iktar mis-soltu, sintendi mxejna mal-pariri professjonali dejjem dan għali, dejjem ħadna riżultati tajba u aħna ġifieri deċiżi li nibqgħu nismgħu minnu diment li aħna dejjem morna l-suċċessi kbar.
Intom jekk titolbuk xi ħaġa u ħajtilkom l-ispek sakemm intom ovvjament.
Anka bħala apparti trakka li hawn Malta u meta jmurru l-dar tiegħu ġili joqgħod jaħseb x'se jagħmel aħjar, kif jista' jagħmel aħjar u dejjem jgħid darba għandi xi ħaġa speċjali nagħmilha daħar differenti, ħan nipprova xi ħaġa aħjar. Ġieli forsi ma rnexxitx mill-ewwel, imma tieni ġurnata dejjem ġiet ġifieri.
Tajjeb.
Jaf x'inhu jagħmel ġifieri.
Huma affarijiet ovvjament żbieda l-affarijiet li qed tisma' wkoll kompetituri, 130 kompetitur.
Ija.
Għandna post fejn poġġuhom hemmhekk.
Nisperaw nagħmlu hekk. Xi solariju.
Għasli kif għodu fuq ġuġina, għanna naksab
Xi mod inqedu, Mario.
Naksab anki il-membri tal-MDRA ħadu pjaċir ħafna din il-ħaġa, vera għax kif taqbad tajt, prestiġjuża l-ħaġa, bekk hemm din il-konkurenza kbira.
Ħanajlek, il-Maltin meta jaraw daw it-tip ta' karozzi u moturi li ser ikonna magħna, plus li l-aħħar kwarta mill-irdu ngħidu li anke ma jkunx barra l-indejjem ikun tajjeb għax il-Maltin jagħmluh tajjeb biex ikun diskors ikun ċar ma jdu naqsu xejn mill-mertu tal-Maltin, aħna kapaċi u tajbin daqs ħaturek mhux iktar.
Maħniex qegħdin nifirħu dawn mhux jifhmuna ta', però ovvjament maħniex qegħdin nifirħu bil-barranin għax naħsbu li l-barranin għandhom xi ħaġa aħjar minna, għax huma parti minna, ħanajdu di. Jiġifieri il-Maltin blebda mod qatt intom tafu l-Maltin jiġifieri qatt ma naħħejnhom il-mertu tat-tiġrijiet fil-fatt aħna l-aħjar fl-Ewropa. It-tieni l-aħjar fl-Ewropa fit-TMD.
U l-aqwa fit-top metal rockstar ukoll aħna champions tal-Ewropa.
Ma ninsewx l-aqwa fid-dinja.
Ekku.
Bit-trak, tal-maksar. Jiġifieri.
Kapaċi ismi.
Qegħdin naħdu pjaċir b'dawn in-nies għax qatt ma ntajna magħhom għalhekk qegħdin nintervistawhom ovvjament.
Mara ċertu klassijiet, għandna ċertu tipi ta' karozzi.
27 klassija.
Għandna 27 kategorija. 27 kategorija. Issa meta qed ngħid 27 kategorija, Mario, il-handicap li tinqasam bejn wieħed fit tliet jew erba' klassijiet u l-bracket bejn tinqasam bejn 10 u 12 klassi oħra. Jiġifieri il-bracket u l-handicap qed noddhom kategorija waħda.
Taġen.
Jiġifieri irridu naqfu Mario, taġen veru ma rridu naqfu rridu naħdmu.
Kulħadd trid jagħti daqqatit, importanti ovvjament minn se jaħdem Hal Far Raceway.
Xejn ta' messaġġ Mario lill-kompetituri. Jekk joġobkom id-darba jekk dejjem imxejtu mar-regoli id-darba mxu ftit iktar. Tolleranza u kooperazzjoni Mario. Importanti ħafna jekk mhux ħajkonna kooperazzjoni ma ħnisser il-lestu. Din hija xi ħaġa ġdida lilna wkoll qed nesperimentaw flimkien mal-kompetituri tagħna. Irridu kulħadd jieħu pjaċir Mario, inna naħdmu fuq dal-event għal xhur twal biex kulħadd jieħu pjaċir, però irid kulħadd jikkopera ma'.
Jekk ikun hemm problema, ovvjament naf li ħafna qegħdin jisimgħuna tkellmuha, morru tkellmuha bil-mod, taġlux fl-affarijiet ħalli għax ovvjament dawn nies ħajkunu biżi l-ħin kollu.
Ifhimni, weekend ħankunu daqsxejn stressjati mhux ħażin, jiġifieri nifhmu li kulħadd trid issuq kulħadd trid jieħu pjaċir għax kulħadd jixtieq jipparteċipa f'dal-event, jiġifieri.
Ismani, Jason, tolleranza, il-kelma m'hemmx għalfejn għajdu. Hija tolleranza, nittolleraw naqra għax ħajkun hemm ovvjament affarijiet għaddejjin il-ħin kollu ovvjament. Mela, min ġibtilna hawnhekk minn huma?
Hawnhekk għandna lil Ian King.
Di huwa iċ-champion
renjanti ta' Top Fuel Bike. Dan huwa Rune Field, dan huwa l-owner tal-karozza kemm tat-telefon box, Top Fuel, u ta' Jari Halinen ukoll li huwa l-owner ta' żewġ karozzi, tuner, etc.
We'll talk to you in a second. We'll start with Ian. Well, Ian, first of all, welcome to Malta.
Thank you very much.
Dream come true, and thanks for bringing the most beautiful custom bike in the world, as they say. That has been classified all over Facebook, and you know.
Well, thank you very much. No, we're very happy to be here. It's a great honour to be asked to come out here and race on your fantastic track.
Thank you. Well, hopefully our track is good enough and it gets better as it goes. Something about you, Ian, how long have you been racing, first of all?
Okay, I've been racing for about 25 years. I started in street bikes and graduated through the different classes through funny bike and ended up with the Top Fuel bike.
Top Fuel, the fastest motorsport on earth.
It's certainly the fastest motorcycle sport.
It's well, dangerous on four, let's say it, dangerous on four wheels already, but on two wheels it's even more dangerous. What's the feeling being out there, you know, on a bike so fast?
Well, I mean, it's very hard to describe to someone. Yes, I'm the racer, yeah. Yes. It's very hard to describe, actually. I think one of the Top Fuel car drivers coined the phrase once, it's like firing the gun and riding the bullet, and I think that's probably a good description.
Doesn't time go too fast when you're racing?
It's like, yeah, I mean, if you've ever watched Star Trek and you saw them go into warp drive, it feels a little bit like that. That's all I can describe it as.
That is exactly what's going through my mind, you know, that Star Trek feeling going from the warp factor, you know?
Absolutely.
It's crazy. Something about your bike?
Yeah, it's a brand new bike for last year. We built it in the workshops. We run a small company called Puma Engineering which builds these engines for all the racers around the world. We built the bike from the ground upwards, myself and my team. And we built it in conjunction with Gulf Oil International.
Wow. And
also with Grand Prix Originals, who are the branding holders. It's a very nice situation to be in. We run the bike around. Our sister team is the Aston Martin Le Mans team, which are also sort of appearing at various events with us, but not at the drag strip because they're circuits.
All right. Was the power of the bike?
Well, it depends on the tune on the day, but I mean, it's around sort of 1400, 1500 horsepower.
Oh, wow.
So if you imagine a Formula 1 car is about 950 horsepower, it's considerably more powerful than that.
Firing the bullet and riding at the same time. Wow, that's crazy. Right, you walked the track this morning and everything.
Yep. And I had a look at the track, and I was very impressed. I mean, the guys that have been working on the track here have done a great job. I mean, I've been following what happens here, as most of us do across Europe.
Obviously.
Follow what's happening in Malta. We've seen some good times posted, particularly particularly by the methanol cars here in the past. And we're looking forward to seeing how well we can get down the track on our bike.
Right, great stuff. You've never been to Malta before, your first time?
No, actually, this is the first time. I have friends that live here or have lived here.
So you get to know Malta thanks to motorsport?
Absolutely, yes. And this is my introduction. And you know, I'm bringing my team are over here. Some are arriving in about an hour's time. We've brought a lot of fans here as well. They've come across the world because they've heard we're racing here.
Great.
So that's a good thing because you know some of these guys didn't even know Malta existed, and I'm not being funny. It's one of those strange things. Guys in America, they don't really know where Malta is.
This
you
is
know
what is most beautiful about motorsport, and what we've been sort of selling to the authorities. What we've been talking about. We need tracks, you know, besides the one we have in Hal Far. When it's circuit tracks with something which is a dream to a lot of the car enthusiasts over here. We need a circuit, you know, because it will pay itself, you know, because we are in such a good location because of our weather, you know, and everything else. Where it's winter everywhere else, it's summer to them over here. So, you know, even Formula 1 testing, if we have a proper, you know, GT circuit.
Well, I think it's really good what the Maltese racers have done this year in Europe. You know, they're really punching above their weight. What they're actually showing is that, you know, the sport's so accessible to everybody.
That's it.
Where you live in the world doesn't matter.
That's right.
You know, it's more about your desire.
That's right.
And what's clear to me, there are such fantastic motorsports, or should I say gearheads in Malta, that it's the most perfect place for racing.
You've put the words, the perfect words to our feelings. You've put the perfect words. You couldn't have said it better. Thanks a lot. Ian King.
No problem, thank you. And I'd like to thank everyone here for being so welcoming. So thanks, guys.
All right, great stuff. And
Roonfield.
Roon, welcome to Malta.
Thank you.
You have some great dragsters over there, some great top fuel dragsters. And well, first of all, thanks for being here, for accepting the invitation, which is...
Thank you for being here. Yeah.
It's been, you know, in the works for quite a while now. And finally, you're here with both dragsters, you know. Second runner-up in the TFD, which is something great, isn't it?
Yeah, we were actually 1, 2 and 4 in the championship this year. So
1, 2 and 4.
Yeah, so it was a good year.
All right, it is a great year. It is a great year. Right, something about your dragsters, something about you first. How long have you been in the drag racing business, or the racing business? Let's put it that way.
I've been drag racing for 35 years.
35 years, okay. And always on dragsters, you know, or have you moved?
Funny cars and
funny
dragsters.
cars, funny cars and dragsters.
Funny cars and dragsters.
All right. What about the dragster? Who races the dragster? What's his name?
Jari Hallinen.
Jari Hallinen, that's right.
And Duncan.
And Duncan, obviously. Jari Hallinen. What about the dragster Jari Hallinen is racing? Something about that dragster?
Well, they're both similar. They're both the same, more or less. They're done very much.
So they're more or less, it's more to the driver, more down to the driver, yeah?
Yeah.
So they've got this. What is the brake horsepower?
About 8,000 horsepower.
8,000 horsepower. A bit more than my car.
Yeah.
A little bit. What do you think about the place, Malta? Now that the dragsters are here for top fuel, we need it a little bit longer, yeah? Maybe.
Well, I don't know. We'll. I mean, the track doesn't look bad at all. So and they run
it's a good track.
With the alcohol car. So I think maybe we should run pretty good.
All right.
We will see.
But you know, for safety reasons, it's always good to have a good run up at the end, isn't it? That's what we've been trying to lever out with the authorities. You know, there's a little roundabout at the end which needs to fly away like a flying saucer. And
the shutdown area is maybe on the short side, but
we need just a little bit longer. You know, for safety.
A little bit longer for safety would be even better. Yeah,
would be even better, obviously.
But I mean, it's long enough for if everything goes fine. But if you have problems,
that's what I mean.
Be on the short side.
So, you know, you always hope you don't have any problems, but
no, of course,
you never know.
You never know.
In the past, what has been your personal records? Maybe you know with your dragsters.
Myself as a driver, or
with yourself as a driver and as a team. A bit of your history, you know, so we get to know you better.
Well, I haven't been driving for 12 years myself, so...
but you were driving before, doesn't it?
I have been driving, yeah, funny cars and dragsters.
What was your personal best time?
In funny car was 5:48, I think it was.
Wow, crazy. And then,
Flagstad, I can't really remember. And the best we have
as a team now.
As a team is 402 and 310
Okay.
miles an hour, I think.
All right. Wow. Duncan McAuliffe, from rookie, driver, straight into top fuel, and we've seen what he did. Third on the podium, in the Easter Thunderball, which was like, he could have gone even to number one without the red light, but a red light is a red light. But what do you think?
It's a red light.
If it happens, you've had it. But what do you think of Duncan as a driver?
Duncan is great. I mean, he's so dedicated. He really wants to do this, and I'm pretty sure he's going to have his own car soon.
Right. Pretty sure he's crazy about it. He's like you're saying, yes. He's so intent,
Very.
And he's always there meditating. Sometime I talk to him, Duncan. He's drag racing in his mind,
I
know. And I don't blame him, That's how all the racers are,
Yeah, he's a true racer.
All right, Rune, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoy yourself beside everything else,
I will do.
And
I will.
Thanks for bringing those dragsters here, which is something of a dream for us.
Thanks for coming.
Coming through.
Thank you.
Last.
Thanks.
Jason, mela, hawnhekk ovvjament
Smajna daqxej kliem illi speċi wara da xogħol kollu tuħu pjaċir ħafna u tisma' da
Tuħu pjaċir
tisimgħu
meta tisimgħu minn ħalqhom daw in-nies dan huma nies li ovvjament isuqu wara mmagħtom.
Dalodu Mario qabel biex ma nżommokx ħafna.
Le, aħna baqgħna 10 minutes a dispożizzjoni tagħna l-ewwel parti dedikajta.
Dalodu qed xi ħaġa li qedna xi ħaġa li live streaming ħajkun xi ħaġa ġdida fil-press conference. Ħallejt xi ħaġa l-programm tiegħek għax dejjem nuħu pjaċir illi fil-programm tiegħek ngħid xi ħaġa ġdida. Mela, ftit tal-ġimgħat ilu kelli email tista' twassal x'imkien tista' ma twassalx di Mario, però inni ferħan minn dakinhar l-awża mejt għalija nkun esmi tiegħek. Hemm kampjonat ġewwa Sweden illi interessat, bażikament huwa bażat minn Sweden dan, huwa interessat illi dan diġà madwar 700 driver fih tal-kampjonat.
700 driver.
U jista' ġiġa fit minn pajjiżi. Issa, is-sena d-dieħla hemm ċans li jkun hemm kooperazzjoni ma' Malta.
Tajjeb.
Jiġifieri jiena ferħan ħafna b'dil affarijiet.
Kooperazzjoni ma' Malta jiġifieri qegħdin ngħidu jista' tkun jagħmlu tappaw.
Ekku, il-problemi li kellhom din is-sena kif qalu sħabna hawnhekk bit-temp. Qed tiġielhom kważi ċertu kważi jfallu. Ġifieri hemm ċertu f'trak tant kemm jinvestu flus li jekk ma jiġux in-nies ser ifallu. U bil-problemi li kellhom tal-Maltem ħarja din is-sena qed nisfittxu pajjiżi illi bħalna.
Mhux ta' trakek biss, ovvjament min jorganizza l-kampjonat għax da jkun hemm ħafna. U sponsors għadha ma jitilfux.
Apparti minn hekk jekk ma jkollhomx bħala kampjonat sħiħ. Kampjonat sħiħ illi huma qegħdin jieħdu pjaċir x'jiġru minn dan nies jew jaqtaw qalbhom jibgħu kollox għax jiddiequ fix-xita. Allura qegħdin jippruvaw jagħmlu aktar interessanti.
Tal-pjaċir saqsejtilhom kollha jien għax ovvjament meta tmur insuq rid nieħu pjaċir jew mort intellaq biex nerbaħ kif qalu huma wkoll inti tmur biex terbaħ. Imma tmur biex tieħu pjaċir għax dan huwa l-hobby tagħna, il-passjoni u l-ħajja tagħna.
Kulħadd jaf aħna l-Maltin pereżempju ħafna minna kull lira li jonfqu, kull lira li jkollhom jonfquha fil-karozza, jew fil-motur, jiddependi x'vettur għandhom. Jiġifieri jekk ma tieħux pjaċir imbagħad dak li tkun infaqt fil-karozza tbedel jien kemm għandhom qisni nonfoq fix-xejn u dejjem insib ix-xita. Dawk qed jirraġunaw. Infatti ħafna mit-top metanols se jitilgħu l-Amerika s-sena d-dieħla minħabba l-maltemp li kellhom.
Mhux hekk?
Aħna nistgħu nieħdu vantaġġ minn dak kollu.
U nistgħu nifrankawlhom
U diġà kelli kuntatti ma' xi persuni barra l-interessati jitkellmu semmejna aħna diġà fil-kumitati tagħhom. U diġà ġifieri qegħdin kuntatt flimkien biex naraw kif nistgħu nagħmlu kallarit is-sena d-dieħla. Forse naraw ħafna iktar, forsi jkollok tikrisala biex tintervistaw Mario.
Għalhekk tajjeb lill-awtoritajiet huma minn huma hemm fil-gvern ma jippurtanix jiftħu għajnejhom u jagħtu każ li ovvjament kull trakka li għandna bżonna. U dak li m'għandniex għandna bżonnu iktar ukoll. Ovvjament, però dak li għandna bżonn inkabruh u nġibuh b'livelli tagħhom biex ma jaħduwniex pajjiżi oħra. Għax ħanpoġġuha kif inhi. L-Italja m'għandhomx trakka tal-kwarta mil, il-Greċja m'għandhomx laqqas daw fairports isuqu hemmhekk, qed tifhem, jekk joħorbu li jagħmlu trakka daw.
Mario, nkunu fi żvantaġġ jekk aħna nkunu diġà qegħdin hemmhekk. U diġà qegħdin nħossew xi tip ta' kampjonat aħna
Ma
Malta.
rridux inħallu żmien jgħaddi.
Ma rridux inħallu ħafna żmien li jgħaddi, aħna seb qegħdin fil-moment opportun, jien nerġa' ngħid.
Naħtfuha?
Din l-istorja bdiet kollha mir-rep tal-kampjonat Mr. Whippy u runner-up Kalanċ Racing Team.
Dejjem grazzi.
Minn hemm bdew, minn hemm beda kollox, minn hemmhekk għal Hal Far u għall-MDRA inbidel kollox għalija jiena. L-awtoritajiet saru jħarsu lejna differenti. Barra sirna, fatti dil-persuna li tkellmet me fuq dal-kampjonat l-ewwel ma semmietni lil-Manti u l-Chris. Ġifieri, qegħdin jaraw li la dawn huma kapaċi li jaslu semmek biex waslu semmek hemm xi ħaġa tibbekkjhom fuq wara illi hija tajba.
Kemm li jienu kemm il-runs ma njom jgħidu ovvjament li permezz ta' l-internet barra minn Malta ovvjament u drivers oħra mill-live streaming u hekk ovvjament daw saru jafu b'Malta meta rawhom isuqu hemm qabdu ovvjament qed jgħid ukoll li kien ġab ukoll fans miegħu laqas biss kienu jafu.
Kien għandu
dak huwa reklam.
għandu bħala għandu media miegħu mill-Ingilterra u kemm mill-Awstralja.
Tistgħu titlu fuq Facebook fuq dan kollu taraw ta' jiġifieri.
Ekku.
U fuq l-internet jiġifieri. Hemm sites li jqisuh bħala l-alla tal-motorsport tal-top fuel bike jiġifieri u qiegħed magħna fl-istudio.
Ġifieri
Ma jafx għax aħna ngħidu fuq. Qegħdin ngħidu affarijiet pożittivi.
Ekku, ħafna. Mario, jifimni, għamilna dak kollu possibbli sintendi jgħid li hemm xtirranġa ngħidlek hemm ħafna xtirranġa, però aħna bil-limitazzjonijiet kollu tagħna, aħna li għamilna dejjem bis-saħħa tal-membri tagħna, ringrazzjahom minn kollha kemm huma. Dis-sena forsi kena daqxejn għanuna kollu minn naħa tal-gvern, nirringrazzja ħafna l-Kunsil Malti għall-sport.
Grazzi.
Nirringrazzja ħafna l-Tonio Cini, l-Malta Motorsport Federation tal-għajnuna ħafna, però ma ninsiex iż-żewġ kolonni ta' dan l-event, il-Duncan Mikallef u l-Simon Jordan majna laħħaxsib daw il-ħbib ta' biex jena impossibli nagħmel kollox waħdi ġifieri kelli min jgħini.
Il-kooperazzjoni issir kooperattiva. Grazzi ħafna. Ian, once again, I'd love to shake your hand. Rune, thanks a lot for being with us. Jason, nista noħodlok bidejk għax nissandu ma narak. Ovvjament daw it-tlet tim san qattawa memmek.
Mela ħna niltaqgħu ma' kulħadd ġewwa trakka ta' Hal Far għadha missija l qudiem u ssibtu l-ħadd mid-9 ta' filgħodu il qudiem.
Jintlaqt il-barra x'ħajja jagħmel xogħli. Thank you very much, Jason. Salin it-tant għandna ċans għal diska waħda hawnhekk u ħandoqqu l-Gangnam Style. Għad-drivers kollha li ħajjaħdu sehem, nista' nipprofom nisnuha di fit-trakka wkoll.